Okay, Louise, so you saw the rein handling techniques, and while you're riding around just at a walk, okay, that's what I want you to practice. Having two hands, having one hand, having an emergency stop, a concentrated rein, a relaxed rein, a concentrated rein, and then we're going to go into an emergency stop, which comes and pulls around. So what I'm going to ask Emily to do is follow me a little bit, and what you're going to do is practice your emergency stop in slow motion from a walk with politeness, so that your horse kind of learns what he's supposed to do when it's a real emergency, and you get better at practicing putting this all together now. So we're just going to walk off on a relaxed rein, and I'm going to make sure when I ask him to go, and I'm going to do an emergency stop, that I'm going to find, I'll stay in this area here, that I'm going to find a place where I can actually allow him to do the stop, okay? So I'm going to go to a concentrated rein, push down, there we go, bring my horse's head around until his feet stop and his head relaxed, and then I let go. So this is how I'm going to do my whoa. These are my breaks. I'm practicing this so that when I need it and there's emotion tied to this, I could be faster at, you could be faster at it, and your horse already knows what to do. So I'm going to ask him to walk off again. I'm going to stay pretty close to you. I won't go too far. All right, here's my casual rein. I'm practicing my soft rein, my turn, emergency stop. And my horse actually knew the second I picked up my reins. Now I got to bring his head around still, and I'm bumping his hip. There we go. There we go. So that's your stop. It's your emergency stop in slow motion, so that you're just using it to stop instead of whoa. And you guys will get faster. If you noticed, I think I'll do it one more time. By the time I went from a casual rein to a concentrated rein, or when I went from a casual rein to a concentrated rein, my horse had already stopped. So this is part of your actual stop. If you teach your horse that by the time you do this and this, if he stops, now he's not going to do that when it's an emergency, and he's all adrenalated and he's frightened, which is why we then have to take it to the next level and bring their head around and kick their butt. I'm not going to do that to this guy because he doesn't deserve that right now. And we're not even walking. If he was walking, I'd bring his nose around, I'd kick his butt around. It's a lot harder to do, by the way, in a bareback pad, because you don't have anything to brace against. So you might want to just throw a saddle on. It's really kind of up to your comfort level, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll practice our one rein backup too while we're here. So I'm just going to take my left hand, and it's just coming straight to keep my horse's head straight from turning right, left, up, or down. That's all this rein is doing. And my other rein is asking for the backup. Back, back. And I will ask him to stop backing when he drops his nose. So his nose is too high. I've given him plenty of space to do it. His nose comes down, then I'll stop asking. Back. I look up, out, between his ears. I'm going to use my other hand to help alternate my hands to bring his nose down, and now I'm going to do it one hand alternating the other. Walk on. Good boy. Because what we're teaching is lateral flexion leads to vertical flexion. So eventually, we're going to get a horse that can tuck. Good boy. No, I'm not asking for that. He's already trying to beat me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good boy. Get a little. Yay! I really like that because his ears were forward, and he actually had almost not a half asleep look on his face. So he's kind of anticipating, which is okay, but he's also feeling more relaxed about giving this very vulnerable position to me without having it be really problematic for him. And that's true of any horse. You tie their head around like that, that's an extremely vulnerable position for any horse to be in. So we're trying to teach him how to give and flex without making them feel frightened and uncertain. So I'm going to go from a casual rein to a concentrated rein. I'm going to ask him to move forward a few steps, practice my whoa, and then my two-step back up. Walk on. Walk on. Ho. There's my whoa. And my backup. Right into my back, 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 and release. So from now on, when you're doing a straight whoa and backup, I want you to add 2 steps, then 3 steps, then 4 steps to your backup, and see how much of all of this you can do using more legs than rein once you get your rein handling down, because the rein should be simply a soft suggestion of where we want the horse to look, where we're thinking of going. It should not be the steering mechanism that we're using for the horse. The steering mechanism for the horse should be our leg. So if I want him to make a turn, I'm suggesting he makes that turn, but my hands didn't make the turn, my legs made the turn. So if I do the same thing to the left, and I switch my legs, I've got one leg going back here to push his butt around, my right leg is forward. I'm suggesting he goes that way, but I have very little pressure. I have a very soft rein, so I'm making my turns by suggesting the horse look where I want to go, but actually asking the horse where to go with my legs. Having a plan, we're going to turn left, step over the poles, or between the poles here. So I'm not going to be guiding him with my hands. I'm actually guiding him with my legs right now. And we're going to look left, and we're going to go left, and I'm going to steer him left. Ho. Ho.
You're at 7 minutes.
All right, so we're going to focus more on riding with our legs and using our hands as a suggestion.